Is it me or is rap music just getting laser?
Yeah, reach in my pocket, mass stress, cigarettes in the lid. Yeah, 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 what? Yeah. Yeah, reach in my pocket, mass stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, mass stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, mass stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, mass stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. I need the presidents, fuck the dead presidents. This world's a ghetto, several to settle, fueling the devil. Gas to the pedal, living to die, this can't be life. Life's full of wisdom, needing ants back in the day, sipping here. Trying to come up with my friends, no doubt. Yeah, hit the streets, gotta show what you really be about. Quicker cops on the prowl, at any given minute, shit can go down. No, put the trump up in the funky sounds. I was lost, but now I'm found. Playing haters, hating the style is not allowed, and there's no doubt around here. Still walking around with no fear. Let me clear the way, so don't you dare interfere. Real, till the day I die supplied. The public with rhymes, look in my eyes. No regrets in this life. Though you think about shit, gotta continue to strive. Wanna be like living broke ain't the way. Gotta try to stack it, give yourself your own raise. Escape the pain, go against the grain. Different day and time, synchronize the price to pay. Sacrifice, bitch ass motherfuckers. I've arrived, let's ride, ride. Reach in my pocket, mass stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the presidents. Reach in my pocket, mass stress, cigarettes in the lid. Different day and time, I need the president. Rolling in the bucket, better drive it like a Benz. Focused on my ends, staring at my review, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Yeah, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Rolling in the bucket, better drive it like a Benz. Focused on my ends, staring at my review, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is. Yeah, trying to figure out what the meaning to life is.
Yes, sir. And just like that, we are back with another episode of the Kick It Podcast brought to you by Kick It Labs. And as usual, we are bringing you this episode from the beautiful city of Oceanside. We are the Kick It Podcast. Yes, sir. My name is Victor V. I'm joined by my brothers, Louie Lope, Bruce, and the producer of tonight, Mr. Osai Lens, hanging out in the back room because we don't have Piccolo today. So, yeah, no Piccolo.
So I like how we announce it every time we don't have him on these episodes. Just
Piccolo.
We are down on the Mechian.
Yeah, shoot us a text message or something, bro. But aside from that, we do have a guest tonight, very special guest. And I'm just going to say, you know, in my opinion, this guest is a true badass. Not going to lie. She wears multiple hats. She is a journalist, photographer, my bad.
Hey.
No, just go with it.
And
we just made a new word. Photographist.
Hey, we start trends here, dog.
Yeah. So journalist, photographer, community editor, and I'm talking about Miss Samantha Nolan joining us from the Coast News.
Hello.
Hey, thank you
welcome.
for kicking us with us.
Yeah.
Thank you. Nice to be here. I'm definitely like nervous, not gonna lie. So
Nah, it's okay. It'll go away like in 10 minutes or so.
okay.
But I'm glad you're here with us today. First time we heard of you was through September 16. You posted that on the Coast News IG page.
Yeah.
Which by the way was the event that we did at CarQuest in Vista. You were there, man. If you weren't, then you kind of missed out. But
It was one hell of a party.
yeah,
that was a great
so
party.
fun. It was
Yeah.
so cool. I wasn't even originally planning on going to it that day either, but I went to the Vista Viking Festival just for fun, and then my my boyfriend and his friends were there, and so I just met up with them there, and it was really cool. So I just was I happened to have my camera, so like it was really kind of like impromptu, like it's just random, and it was so fun. So
hey, well, shout out to the boyfriend and his homies for bringing you to that event.
Right. What was your favorite part of the event?
Just like I don't know, just like the cool like the car tricks.
Oh, you like the lowriders?
Yes,
You like the hydraulics?
Yeah, they were really yes. And then like one of them had like these blue lights that I thought were like so cool. Like I really like that one. But I was with I think I was like standing with like the Sweet Low car.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Spin.
Ooh, shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sweet and Low.
Yeah. So yeah, no, super cool guys. He had like his like the way he would like the truck. I don't know the words. I'm sorry, I don't know the technology, like the terminology, but like the way he would like pop up his like the back of his truck was like super cool. So anyway, yeah.
Oh, the
cool.
bed of the truck, the one with the Mexican flag.
No, I don't know if he.
No, it was another one. Like they make the back part of the truck like just like stand like they have the back of the truck on hydraulics, so like the whole thing lifts up and like they move it around.
Yeah, no, I know what
I
you're
got to
talking
ride
about.
in it.
Yeah,
It's
the
cool.
box.
The box.
The box.
The box.
I would think of it as a box.
Yeah. You know what? That's funny that you mentioned the Viking Festival, because before we even did our event in security with the city of Vista, we actually did the research and we knew that was the only event going on in the city, but that was like in the whole other side of town at a park.
Yeah.
So we were like, okay, it's not really going to interfere with our traffic. So, you know, I'm glad everything worked out.
Yeah, I think. I think there was a little bit of overlap in terms of people leaving and stuff, but I don't think it like interfered with anything. So, and it was convenient for me because it was actually a fellow like reporter. Like I went with them, and they dropped me off. It was like super convenient. It was just like right on the way. So it was very nice. It was a great day in Vista. So for sure, I never hang out in Vista. I feel like so that's like I don't know. Vista's awesome.
You see, that's the type of experience we like to give out in the labs, though.
Yeah, no, Vista's beautiful, dude. It's a really up and coming city. I mean, they're still renovating a lot of stuff, so
Right.
it's really cool to actually be able to, you know, do like community events like that. Because I mean, they do it almost all the time. They got the Strawberry Festival, a couple other little things. I mean, the Viking thing was the first that I've ever seen that, so I kind of wanted to go. Not gonna lie, but I mean, we were kind of busy.
Yeah, for
Right.
sure. Did you guys organize the or did you help organize the pop up? I can't remember like who the like main organizer was, or were you just part of
Yeah,
that?
that was
You just like solely. Okay.
Well,
cool.
there was other people with it as well.
Shout out to Joe from CarQuest, dog.
Mhm.
Hey,
always
shout out.
holding us
Okay,
down whenever
cool.
we get this down for reals.
Wednesdays.
And Oside Lens would definitely say a lot of words to that as well. So shout out to Oside Lens. He's not on camera right now. He's handling the production.
Yeah, no, but to answer your question, yeah, we were definitely one of the head organizers for that event.
Well, it was awesome. So thanks for doing that. When is the next one? Is what I want to ask.
Well, we were doing it like about every 3 months or so,
Every season, pretty much.
but
Right.
we really liked the turnout for like, you know, like Mexican independence, heritage, all that. So like, I feel like that might have to be like the big one for us every single year moving
So
forward.
after my birthday?
Yes. Is that your birthday too?
September 16th. That was my birthday. September 15th was my birthday, and then the day after we had the event.
Okay.
I can still remember Louis just singing his heart out to me.
And no one else noticed.
But I did.
Well, just know, Bruce, that next year El Pai will land on your birthday. So you're all right with that?
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. I like working even on my birthday. Yeah, I'm gonna take that page off of my homeboy Tweaks.
Hey, shout out to the boy Tweaks. We see you, bro.
I hope you're doing well, brother.
Sam, I haven't seen him in a while. But let's bring it back to you, Samantha.
Yes, please.
Tell us a little bit about yourself for those who might not know you.
All right. Where do you want me to begin? Just like kind of
Where are you originally from?
Ohio.
Ohio.
Yes, which we're just talking about this. Just legalized recreational cannabis. So
Hey,
shout
congrats,
out to them.
Ohio.
Yes. So very like shocking, but also very cool for them. But yeah, so I'll definitely be like going home more often. I'm just kidding, but no, but so that's cool. Yeah, I'm from a little town called Marietta, Ohio, and it's like the southeastern part. So we're like kind of like the hillbilly area of Ohio, kind of. It's totally like what I call myself. So it's really cool though. We're kind of different from the rest of Ohio in terms of like, I don't know. It's just I don't know how to explain it. So, but anyway, I'm from there, super small town. I went to Ohio University, and I studied journalism there, and I graduated in like 2017, and I moved out here in 2018.
What made you move out here?
Just kind of the switch up. So it was just I wanted to like leave Ohio and just try something different. And so I've always kind of wanted to move to the West Coast. So yeah.
That's right. What got you into journalism in the first place?
My high school journalism class. So in my freshman year, I just like randomly joined it, and I kind of liked writing before. I did like some like little like competitions in middle school, like a little nerd, you know.
Did you win any of them?
I got like I remember there was one where I won like the best story, like a fictional story of a category. Somehow, and like I forgot to put a title on the story, and I still got it. So
what
I was
that
like,
story about?
I could not tell you. I
You
don't remember.
see, there's a reason why they asked for a title.
Weird, weird little emo middle schooler, like you know, just story.
You vaguely remember it. Just all right.
It was creepy. Not creepy. It was
Dark.
Kind of.
Okay.
I really don't remember. But anyway, so that was cool. And yeah, I didn't think I liked journalism. I didn't think I liked the newspaper at first because I didn't feel like I was very good at it. But then apparently I was. And so I just was like, oh, okay, I'm good at this. All right. So let me just be better at it. And so that's kind of what I've done ever since. Just like trying to be a good writer and reporter. And so yeah. And Ohio University was like super close to me, but also like had a good journalism school. So like I was like, okay, gotta go there. And yeah, I did like a few internships. I did one at USA Today and DC. It was like right outside of DC. So that was like probably a highlight.
Well, tell us more about that.
Man, did you have to like walk down the street with like a suit every day and all that?
No, but I got to go into their their main office is in like McLean, Virginia, which is just like it's like right outside of DC. It's this whole metropolitan area. And they have like this giant building that's like just super like it has like all these like reflective like windows. It's super fancy looking. I was just like not, I've never been in a building like this before, and like let alone work in one. So super fancy. But it was also kind of chill too. I got to meet like a few different like musicians, like kind of bigger and things like that, but nothing like, I mean, like nothing super huge names, you know what I mean?
Right.
But it was really cool, and I got to like write about like national news and stuff. So it was cool. I loved living in the area. It like was nice. It was a nice change to like a big city. So I think that's what I've always like kind of wanted, is just to live in like a slightly bigger city, because my small town is like super small. There's just not a lot to do there. So
what's the population size?
13,000 or something like that. So
Damn.
and it's like the biggest city in the
biggest
county.
city?
In the county. But, like,
That's the
Ohio-
metropolitan area.
Yeah. The metropolitan area would be like the Mid Ohio Valley, and can you like join that with Parkersburg, West Virginia, on the other side of the river? And that's like 30,000, maybe a little over 30,000, and their populations have dropped like in the last few years. So
Damn.
Man, so Oceanside's still bigger than that.
wow. So it's definitely like, but people refer to like Oceanside like Escondido sometimes as small towns, and I'm like, no. But no,
You don't know what a small town is.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in Oceanside, just because everybody kind of knows each other, that's why it has like a small
right.
town feel. But
Absolutely.
like, but it's still a city.
I've always said that about Escondido, because that's where I live. Like, it's big, but it like feels, like it feels small in a sense. So it is like and it's that community feeling. So in Oceanside, I get that vibe from too. So I've spent a lot of time here too, writing. So, but yeah, I love like that feel between the two cities. So, and even like San Marcos and Vista have that too.
Yeah, and they're like on the opposite sides too.
Yeah.
So it's just-
Hey Sam, I gotta ask, since you're still talking about your university, Like, do you ever beef with like the people from the what is it called, Ohio State University?
Yeah.
They call it
The Ohio
the
State
Ohio,
University.
right? Yeah.
Well, and then okay, because everyone is like, oh, when I say, oh, I went to Ohio University, they're like, oh, Buckeyes or oh, OSU. No, not the same one. We were actually first. We were older. We were, I think, founded in like 1804, and like OSU was like a few decades later or something. But no, yeah, we were the first one, and it's kind of a thing. And people always, I think we're just like in their shadow, and like it's funny too because like the colleges are like just like an hour north. Like OSU's an hour north of OU ish, and so, but you get a lot of them coming to party at OU because OU's like always had like this notorious party school vibe. Like when I was in college there, it was ranked top college school in the country by Playboy.
Oh,
So-
damn.
That's some prestige right there.
Yeah.
man.
I'm very
Hey, we should
proud,
go
I
over there
gotta
right
say.
now.
They got
Yeah.
some class over there.
You've seen a thing
These
or
people don't
two.
play, boy. You know.
It's fun. Well, like the biggest party, they would have Halloween block party was always the biggest one, and it's just like thousands of people descend on this tiny little college town, and it's just like it's like kind of havoc, but it's
Just
great.
debauchery.
What-
It's literally yes, so much.
This wasn't like the one with like the theme parties where they were like, you know, doing like blackface and all that. No, right?
I don't think so. I
Okay,
don't remember.
cool.
I mean, I
think that might have been Florida. Sorry.
would
Sounds
I
like-
hope it's not OU.
That's the
No,
that's
you're
the Ohio University she didn't go to.
I mean, no, like OU. I mean, you know, OU's had like some things here and there, but like it has like a really like super like progressive leaning like student population. Has some really cool like history with like student protests and stuff. When I went there, I was a student journalist, and my senior year, I covered this huge protest that like over 70 kids were arrested, over 70 students. Well, some were not students but had been, if that makes sense, you know, just
Alumni.
Like
student pop-
alumni or dropouts?
or you know taking a semester off, or you know, but
Mm.
either way, like still college kind of community.
Okay.
But yeah, over 70 were arrested that night, and it was chaos. So if I have a chance, I'll show you videos later.
Oh,
Because I
shit.
still have Snapchat
Okay.
videos from it. But no, yeah, it was cool. So it was not cool. It was like actually like crazy, but it was also like kind of cool that I got to like be like a reporter on that, something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But
You were
Yeah.
initially there to party, and you're just like, oh, I
I
better
know,
start writing this
yeah.
shit down. you know?
things are really heavy around here. So no, yeah. But
Puts the glasses on, you know.
I partied a little bit. Like there's just you know, but I was a good student.
Comes with the
so-
job, you know. Gotta
Yeah.
You gotta infiltrate.
You gotta
know?
have a
gotta-
balance,
yeah,
you know. It was really fun. And then in the springtime, they would have like fests that would be like named after the street they're on. So like Palmer Fest, Mill Fest, Palmer Fest. The year before I went to school there, they used to like do the whole couch burning thing, and like a whole house were like burnt down or something.
Damn.
Wow.
So I was like, yeah, I'm going.
Yeah,
there.
no, that's definitely
That's-
partying for
Yeah,
sure.
they really partied.
No, but I don't think I was ever part of anything that crazy. So I just walked
Or
by
maybe you
it.
just don't remember because you partied so
know?
hard. You probably.
Maybe. Who's to
Right.
say? No, yeah, it's cool. I miss it a lot. I want to go back and visit. So very pretty. It's in Athens, Ohio. So like super historical. It's like similar to my hometown. Like we have like brick streets, and like they're old, and just you know it's hills. So like we're like the one, like we're in the part of Ohio that actually has hills, and so it's like super pretty, and just I don't know. It holds a special place in my heart for sure. But I love California too, so that's why I'm here.
So when you moved out to California, did you land here in North County first, or did you go
Mhm.
somewhere else and then?
Yeah, I moved out here first. I moved to North
Okay.
County first. San Marcos. I lived in San Marcos actually the first year. Then I lived in Escondido ever since. So, yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
But,
dang.
yeah, but I've always that same year I got the job at the Coast News, and Oceanside was like my only beat. So I was always in Oceanside too. So sometimes like I didn't live here, but like it felt like I was here often, you know what I mean? So yeah, it feels like kind of home too in a way.
Yeah, no, that's insane. Transitioning from like East Coast to West Coast, and then to land in SoCal, and more specifically like San Diego, North County.
I
Like,
don't know
that's
how
a
I
trip.
did it. It's a time, but it's I really like it here. So it's definitely like home for sure. So when I go to Ohio, I like towards the end of my stay, I'm like, I really want to see like a sunset over the like ocean, or just like nice weather.
You know,
Yeah, 'cause
vibes.
I'm guessing the sunsets over there, they're like mountains,
they can
right?
well hills and trees.
Oh, hills.
Hills and trees. I mean, if you go in like West Virginia, yeah, it's more mountains, but it's like they're nothing like California mountains. Like they're not. It's so much more drastic out here. And so
What do you mean with drastic?
like we don't have snow-capped mountains, you know what I mean? Like
Okay,
that. Like I
gotcha.
will be driving down the 76 sometimes, like going from Oceanside to like Escondido, and like sometimes of the year, and you'll just see on the super clear days like those mountains way back in the distance.
Mhm.
Like that's such a great experience.
True.
So and you just don't have that in Ohio. So
Yeah.
you have like hills, so they're pretty, but not the same. So it's trust me, like it's a very drastic beauty, like sort of like beauty out here, like with nature and stuff. So I don't know, I really like nature, so I'll go on and on about that.
Okay. So let's take it back to the journalism. So you say you took it in college. How did you end up in the Coast News, and what did you do before that?
So I worked for the Athens Messenger. So I graduated, and then I stuck around for a year in Athens because it was like really close to my hometown anyway. And I worked for the Athens Messenger there, and it was like a daily newspaper. We printed like 5 days a week, or 6 days a week actually. And then when I moved out here, I had my eye on the Coast News because I'd just been looking at like different like outlets out here. And so like I had applied to the Coast News a couple times before I actually finally got a call back from my wonderful editor Jordan. So and it was like I moved here in like July 2018, and I got the job in November. So it's like 5 years like this month for me.
Dang.
It's pretty cool actually. So it's a realization. Like 5 years, I don't even know.
No,
The
I got
time's
it.
gone.
Just
Congratulations.
went by, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm guessing that 5-year plan definitely worked out in your favor.
I'm like, like this looks good. Like this is good. I feel good. Like, I mean, I feel like it's taken me as long as it has to like really feel comfortable and like knowing and understanding certain aspects of like Oceanside and Escondido. And even still, I'm still learning, because I'm like, there's a difference between like someone who grew up in here, someone who didn't, So I like really like love listening to like local stories and stuff, and just understanding like what it's like to like be from here, So it's just a cool perspective, and I just like knowing like those like more like local, like only locals know kind of stuff, So it's I think that's why I like being a journalist too. So, and like listening to certain people tell their stories. So yeah.
Yeah. So what are some of the things you learned from like Oceanside and Escondido, or just North County in general, from like an outside perspective?
What have I learned? What's something that I have learned? Like, I mean, I don't know if it's more, I guess more of an experience. For me, like it's just the food is
The food.
the food is
food.
one of them. So it's like super different from it's kind of different from where I'm from, and like especially the Mexican here is like so much better than anything you have anywhere else.
Is there Mexican food in that area? Where
There
you're from?
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is Mexican food
I
like
wanna
over
hear
there?
this.
Taco Bell, bro.
Taco Bell and cheese, melted cheese on
Damn,
everything.
okay.
it's I actually worked at a Mexican restaurant back there, so for like a little bit. But some guy though, I would get like some cool little like concoctions like from the guys in the kitchen that were like actually really fire. But on the menu, I mean, I don't know, like it's okay. It's not. I don't know. It's
Is
just
it more like
so
Tex-Mex style?
It's
than
yeah,
it is,
I
like...
think that's what you would
Okay.
describe it as. But like here, it's just so different. It's fresh. It's like it's just unlike anything else. So.
Yeah, I know LA would like to disagree, but San Diego, hands down, has the
Oh.
best Mexican.
in
the country.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
Wow, there, my guy.
Hey, it's the truth, bro.
I know. I feel you, bro. I backed that up too. I was like, God damn, all right.
Well,
I
and
agree.
it's not just like the tacos and just regular Mexican food, but like you gotta include like the Mexican seafood into that also, and they don't really do that too well up north, you know.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
also like the different cultures in Mexico también that makes it like Mexican food.
Hey, that part,
genuine,
bro.
You know, part of it. You know, you got like different styles to it because you got different states, different cultures. Man, and why do we always
Dude.
talk about food?
It's a must in the podcast.
Sorry.
Every single time I just get hungry.
I
Same.
I
had a tamale before I got here.
had TJ tacos. Shout out.
Ooh, from Mexico?
Yes.
Damn, he didn't bring any?
When
I'm sorry.
Anytime I get a
sorry.
chance,
I
is
ate
where I
it
get the tacos over there. That or Fritos.
I actually got a burrito there. I didn't realize they sold them, and it was actually really good. It was an adobada, like California
Oh
burrito.
damn!
It was so
Oh my
good.
God.
Damn.
It was really good. I got it. Go out. Just go. They'll be open.
Dude,
for a while.
I remember we went to some I don't know where it went. I went with Lens and I wanted some surf and turf fries. They didn't have any. They didn't have any carne asada left. So they put adobada in there instead of carne asada, dude. I feel like it's even better with adobada and like the shrimp than it is with like carne asada and shrimp.
I have
I
to
don't-
try that.
Try it next time. Next time you guys go, all you guys, next time you guys go out there, do that.
Yeah, pork
Surf
and
and
shrimp.
turf. Yeah.
Surf
yeah.
and turf.
Surf and turf.
Can't go wrong.
Have you had salulitas at all? I think they have a surf and turf fries that are pretty
Mm-mm.
good. They're like kind of like San Marcos. Like they're right in front of like the Walmart there on Nordal, but they're really good. They have like really crazy, like they add like different like things to like their burritos, like Cheetos and things like that. But like they do a lot of stuff. They have like I can't remember what it's called, but like I can't remember. Anyway, just check out Salulitas just before we like talk more about food. So I'm like, that was my second choice for food today. So I was like, next time.
So can you bring up some of the recent stories that you covered
Okay.
and actually wrote articles about?
Well, the one that I wrote this most recently, I saw you guys at the same thing at the council.
Oceanside City
Hey,
Council.
Hey, shout out.
So Oceanside is going to allow some storefront dispensaries
Mhm.
finally. So yeah.
2 with the possibility of 3.
Yes, it's like the way they said it was basically like MedLeaf is going to be able to convert its license, but only so there will be 3, up to 3, as long as they can successfully do that. If they, I don't know why they wouldn't, like if something is like found wrong or something, but
Or if it gets stopped.
yeah, I
you
mean,
know?
who knows?
Nah,
but
I'm just saying. I don't know.
I think, it's, they seem to be pretty confident. So, we'll see. I think we'll see 3 for sure. So eventually.
Once the city starts seeing the money come in, they're gonna be like, all right, let's make 5.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, it's gonna be 15.
Hey, bro, that meeting was intense.
It really was. I mean,
Bro.
I mean, we would need like a whole different podcast episode to cover everything that went down at that city council meeting. But just seeing them go through the process of like, okay, is it just 2? Is it 3? Is it gonna be a raffle? Like, it was gnarly, dude.
Yeah, it was definitely confusing towards the end. I was like what
Oh
are we
yeah,
talking about?
because well, it got confusing because then they started just tweaking with the
The
tweaking
technicals.
technical stuff.
It's hard.
And I'm not gonna lie, I like that because I like seeing them like go back and forth and be like,
Mhm.
oh well, what do we do this? Well, what do we do this? But you know what? Like, I'm sorry, but the mayor was like super not for that. She was just like, oh, stop. You trying to talk? Like I don't know. I felt like she kind of messed it up a little bit.
Like she was doing her role as a mayor, being authoritative.
Yep.
But like,
A
I feel
little too
like
much, I think.
Yeah, just a tad bit. A tad bit.
I mean, I know with mayors, like they have to like sort of like direct in a sense, like certain procedures that
Mhm.
occur, but
I feel
yeah,
like
it
at,
was intense.
yeah, I
mean,
feel like at that point when they were talking about at the end, like she shouldn't like just let him figure it out, just let him talk and get their points across.
I'm glad how the turnout was on their decision, and the majority of the councilors were with it.
Yes, Ms. Mayor Sanchez was the only one that was against it.
Yep, it's on record. She was against it.
That is on record.
I think in the past she's like talked about how like it's at least in past reporting, I remember her mentioning like what they had done was like kind of enough for her, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think she's definitely very cautious about proceeding with cannabis. So I think it all kind of goes back to like just that concern about like it getting into the hands of kids. But I mean, I don't think Vista's had any issues with
Listen, these kids, let's be honest, the kids are gonna get it either way. It's like alcohol. Like how many times just we're underage. How many times did we not get fucking our hands on liquor and beer? Like,
And we.
I mean, there's still dealers out in the street. I mean, just because you have a storefront, I mean, it definitely helps with preventing, the sales in the street, but that doesn't mean you get rid of them.
Yeah. So like I think a lot of people will argue this too is and like for having legal dispensaries is like it curbs it supposedly is aiming at curbing the black market or like the illegal market. So it's just so I think that in a sense, like if you control it more, like you're gonna lose that incentive for like I guess the illegal market. But and I mean if kids are getting it, they're probably getting it from that too. They can't go to a dispensary, I mean maybe they could have someone they know who's 21 can go in, but like you're gonna see that with alcohol too. But like I don't think that's like the common way kids, at least from hearing my coworkers who are younger than 21 years old and how
allegedly,
just some stories, not at the paper. Of course, my other job.
No, there's no evidence or any reporting on this. There's no research done.
County's a big place, what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I hear things, but like that's where so it's essentially like I don't think that the legal dispensaries are necessarily going to be the source of like commonly like just like getting into the hands of kids. But I mean it could be looked at more for sure, but I think Vista's like I don't think Vista's had any issues with it at all.
They're kicking ass.
I think they're doing
Vista.
good. I mean, like when I have been to a dispensary before, of course, and it's they're pretty like they got to see your ID every time you go in there. Anytime.
The whole system, and it's actually all under one system that they all got to check in, like with all the how you say patients.
It's like yeah. It's like yeah.
Wait, finish that sentence, Louis.
My bad, Louis. I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's like when you go buy alcohol, it's the same thing. Instead of a liquor store, you go to a dispensary.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they ask for your ID. I'm like, all right, cool. They sell you the stuff. Yeah. And then you go home and you do it in the safety of your own home.
Capitalism at its finest.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been interesting. I've followed like just cannabis developments and throughout the last couple of years, and so it's kind of crazy. I've like watched so many like the different licenses get approved, and like I've been to like a cult. I don't know if you would call it a cultivation. I think it's actually just.
Okay. Thank you for finishing that. Okay.
No, but like there's a different license. I don't want to like. There's a difference in license, and you got to be careful with it. But it's a cultivation or a nursery. I think it was a nursery that I technically went to, in like South Morrow Hills, and it was just so like sciencey, like scientific feeling. Like I had to put like a whole PPE like bodysuit on, and it's very like efficient and controlled, and it's legal too. Like it was like I don't remember the company's name, but it's probably okay. But no, it was very cool. I got to take some photos and just like we did like a whole series on like cannabis in the region and stuff. It was really interesting. I'm like, I've never thought I'd be in this like environment before, but this is pretty cool.
Yeah, real technical.
It got really So, and I'm just walking around along like these like rows of like baby weed plants. So I'm just like
so y'all don't just grow weed? I was like, no, there's a whole process to it.
It's a whole process, so it's cool. It's cool though.
I mean, even with these dispensaries, they got to go ahead and get like most of the weed gotta be like certified through the labs or anything like that. Yeah,
it's like same thing, kind of like with food, where it has to get sent get like lab tested to make sure like everything is all like right.
How confident do you feel with that process?
I mean, I feel I don't worry about it, but maybe I should.
Just by what you saw, like through your time, like
everything's. Yeah, I mean, like I would feel safe. I think based on all of like the super strict regulations are out there, it seems like, you're good to go to a dispensary and you're gonna be fine. But I know sometimes, like you hear some stories like weed can like have some other things in it too or something, and it's like that's kind of scary, especially recently. So I don't know, like. I'm a little paranoid about that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, so. I think I know what you mean. I mean, lately with like the whole fentanyl thing going on, and that has been reported that even weed is getting laced with a little bit of fentanyl, just increases potency.
Yeah, so I don't know, like it's scary to think about. So I don't think I'm gonna. I don't worry about that when I go to the dispensary. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, you don't
allegedly
have
go
you don't have to
dispensary.
you don't have to worry about it when you go to the dispensary.
Yeah.
What she's trying to mean right here from firsthand viewing on going through like the lab process and also the camp of it. Y'all know what the
Yeah.
fuck I'm trying to
Oh,
say.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
I-
I got you, Bruce.
I
It's
don't.
all good.
I know. Lou, you see,
It's
3 out
real.
of 4 people understand what I mean. These are statistics.
Hey,
Well, it
that's
was
winning
two.
numbers right there.
It was 2 out of 4.
Oh yeah, you're right. Well, I included myself, but I can't count
Yeah,
myself
well, you don't
out.
count.
anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, you can count yourself. I mean,
Nah.
you did that for taxes.
Right?
Yeah, well, those are taxes, bro.
Yeah. Well, everybody, don't forget we are joined here by Samantha Nelson from the Coast News, and we're kicking it, man. I'm like ready to jump into some comments. I haven't seen any pop up right now, but I know that some of these listeners and viewers are eager to join in.
we do
We got
have
any
a couple on IG. Shout out to everybody tuning in. They're tuning in through here, through YouTube. You listening through Spotify, Anchor, all that good stuff. We have Ian Congrove saying "Badass Sammy" and "Come Home."
Aw,
Oh.
thank you, Ian. I appreciate you. That's my best friend's like her boyfriend or her fiance. Yeah, they're
Are they watching this in Ohio
life
right now?
partners. Yes,
Man.
I assume so. So
Oh,
I
what-
really appreciate
What time
it.
is it in Ohio right now?
Probably
What
like
time is
10?
it here? Oh, well,
that's
your
that's
clock's wrong.
it's 8:41.
it's so then it's 11:41 there.
It's 3
Oh,
hours
damn.
ahead.
Mhm.
they're on
Oh, East Coast time.
I'm-
Okay.
3 hours, yep.
Yeah, Ohio's in the eastern. It's not like
Mid.
it's not the central time zone.
Oh wow.
Essentially,
Yeah,
that's what it
so-
was.
Hey, well, thank you for tuning in all the way from Ohio.
Thank you. I love you guys. Oh, that's so nice.
So let's take it back to the journalism for a little bit. Well, I guess it's been on journalism, right? What has been one of your favorite stories since you started Coast News? What's been one of your favorite stories to get out there?
Oh my gosh, that's such a big question. I gotta think. I might honestly just go with something more recent. I don't know. Gosh, one of my favorite stories.
Great job, Louis.
No, there's just there's so much. Like I think one I really liked recently. I think that'll just one of my favorites recently. Was writing about the North County LGBTQ Resource Center's Unicorn Homes program. So they have like these volunteer like families that take in kids like LGBTQ youth who for whatever reasons have either been kicked out of their homes or they've just they are in a unstable kind of housing situation, and so they just kind of help them get back on their feet, and it's actually really cool. So it was really fun to write about that. That one was a pretty good one, I think, recently. I really enjoy writing about cannabis. I will say, I think as a topic, I think that's just the ongoing coverage of that is one of my kind of favorite things.
Why do you think that is?
I just think it's interesting. You
Okay.
know, it's so interesting because like coming from like a kid where like it's really like it wasn't legal where I'm from, I mean, I don't think it was legal for like I don't know the technicalities of how legal it was when you guys were kids in California, but it was like to an extent something.
It was more
No.
medicinal when you needed it
Medicinal,
like a rec
yeah.
card.
Yeah, but it's like out there
It's
wasn't,
It's
and
serious time
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
you get in super trouble, and it's just like I've just I've always been interested in like its medicinal purposes too, but also just like like it's just grown and it's becoming legalized in a lot of different states, and it's just kind of interesting to see that like that transition over the years. So it's cool. I like watching kind of like history be made in a way in that regard. So yeah, and then I might come back to you with like I might have to think about some different stories. I might
All
have
right,
to
for
come
sure.
back to you.
Yeah,
So,
no worries.
there's just so much, actually.
Ooh, there
There it is.
go.
Light bulb.
Wait,
Hey.
I did really enjoy writing. I wrote a story about this event in front of the Oceanside Museum of Art, and Desi Hollow was there, and I got to interview him. So I think that was probably one of my favorite
Hey,
stories. I was
hell
like, oh, I
yeah.
got to interview Desi Hollow. So, which I watched his episode with you guys. So
Oh, hell
that's pretty
yeah.
cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, shout out to the boy
Yeah.
Desi. Shout out to Matt
Super cool.
Strange. Shout out to Bishop. And man, shout out to everybody who's listening and kicking it with us tonight.
Mhm.
Right, man. Desi Hollow and Bishop Snow, man, killing it. Shout out to Matt Strange. Hey, yo, and thank you for letting me be in a couple of videos, too. It'd be lit.
Hey, dude, like, you have like the most cameos out here in the city, bro. In
Oh,
the
I know.
county. God damn.
I know, right?
I'm telling you, bro, this was gonna hit us up like Bizarre from D12, like Superman video. I was in the bag.
Oh shit. What I do also want to go ahead and touch about a few articles that you have covered with recent activities going on in North County. What do you think about the development going on in Crown Heights?
The park specifically.
The park and just everything else in general as well, because you see more development after like the park has been done as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, I know of the park recently, and I know that there's just been a lot of like discussion about just like improvements to that area. I know they think there was like pedestrian ramps and stuff like that too. If I'm missing anything, I might be missing stuff too. But I know that there's just been a lot of talk about in like the community in general, just like wanting it there to be more like resources in that area and like more like just improvements. And I think a lot of people feel like they're looked over a lot. So is what I've kind of picked up from it. So
For sure.
Yeah.
I bring up that question just so I could bring up this other question. How do you like from, because you haven't grown up here, right? You're not like technically a local, but of course I can see I see that you love the vibes out here, and
Like,
you
don't
love the
remind
people
me.
out
Don't
here,
remind me I'm
you
not a
know,
local.
so- and
No.
North County is very welcoming. Like, we welcome
Yeah.
anybody with open arms. How do you feel the tension between locals and also corporations coming into the city? How's your take? What is your take on that? Like, how do you view that? Like, do you see the locals pretty much riled up from all the corporations coming in the city
Definitely.
developing, or
Like,
what do you think?
Like kind of just, yeah, definitely fed up, tired, just like, it's especially like with all the developments, the housing developments coming into. I know there's huge projects, and like on one hand, yeah, there is a housing crisis, and I think people just feel though that like they're losing the ocean side that like they know, and like it's becoming this something else. I know there's been a lot of change in the downtown area, the high rise hotels, the high rises and all that stuff. People are like, it just sounds like people are just really frustrated with like just like what's going on essentially. And they feel like, I don't know if I feel like in some ways people kind of just feel like they don't have really the control over it. It's so, I mean, like at least that's what the council kind of says too. So like, especially with a lot of just like certain, like with developments and state laws, it gets kind of hairy, and they can't exactly like deny certain projects.
Yeah, it's like the one case with the nonprofit trying to file a suit for the development over there, which that was settled.
The Tierra Norte, yeah. So, Preserve Calavera is a like super active, really good group. They're always kind of like questioning and keeping developers in check, and I think they're in that regard they did. At the end of the day, I know that they would prefer to have more open space saved, but sometimes there does have to be like those kind of like settlements too. So it's in just kind of agreements and compromises, and ultimately they just want to like, they do want to protect like the environment and like the natural spaces around here, which is important. Like you don't want to see those just disappear either. So definitely like Diane Nygaard, she's like in charge of that, and she actually was just named the Senior Volunteer of the Year for the city too.
Oh,
so
nice.
she's really cool.
Hey.
She's always at she speaks so much at different meetings, and like I always like to hear what she says. She always has something like an interesting perspective. Like just she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's talking about, I think. So, but yeah, that's a big project though, and then especially with North River Farms going in right next, like below it, basically. I think.
Now
I think it's below.
You think it's below? Can you let me know?
I can't remember. I'd have to look.
About that.
Do you know?
Hey, bro, you can find it. When she
It was a
produces it in
proposition,
Coast
but I think it's still kind of like
It
shut
is-
down
it's-
for the moment.
No, it's still it's actually happening. So it was.
No way.
Let me think of how it was. I'm pretty sure it was like challenged in like court, and it's essentially is going to happen. But there have been some compromises. Like I think I would honestly have to go back and review my notes. It's been a while.
Oh, no,
So
you're good.
no, it's like I don't want to like say something and like be completely wrong, but
Hey, I feel you.
yeah, it's, people don't
Yeah,
like
he
it
has
when
no
you're wrong.
problem doing that.
I got no shame.
It's okay. It's all good. No, but like it's it's still happening. So yeah.
Ooh.
That's
But-
crazy.
All right, we're gonna have to tap in onto that.
Yeah. I will revisit it. Excuse me.
No, you're good. All
I mean,
right.
Do we got any more comments coming along?
And do you guys got any more questions before we go to break?
I do, but I said we go take a quick
Go
break.
take
All
a
right.
and we come
Well,
back.
you know what? Since you brought up the comments, why not, dude? Okay, should we check if we got anything else?
Right before we go on break, yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Lance. Also, Lance, we got any YouTube comments? All right, YouTube's been a little quiet today. Wow. Hey,
Hell
but shout
yeah.
out to everybody who tunes into the YouTube, to the Twitch, to the Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, anywhere. Thank you, guys.
See,
Yeah, and we're good on the IG. So yeah, it's perfect time to go on break.
Sweet. All right. Well, don't forget, everybody, we are still here with Sam from the Coast News. And before we go on break, man, I do want to give a shout out to all the sponsors that have made this season, this 2023 season, actually happen for us here at the labs, man. Want to give a shout out again to Street Knowledge Hydraulics. Want to give a shout out to the Draft. Want to give a shout out to Urban Water. Want to give a shout out to Woman Workout Wear, and of course Natalie's Fashion. Because without you,
I
mean,
wouldn't have this dope shirt.
yeah, we don't know where we would be, honestly, but we're here, we're kicking it, and we will keep
Yep.
continue to kick it on the next half. So stay tuned through the messages. We'll be right back with the second half of this interview.
And before you go to that, also shout out to
Right.
Cali Blunts. We got to go re-up, by the way, because we are out. Yeah.
Is that why you wanted to bring them up?
Hey, shout out
Okay.
to Full Metal Burgers with the
And Full Metal
munchies.
Burgers. Yo, fucking Lenses stopped by when I was working at the Oceanside location. He's like, "Hey, just make me something chef's way." And I was like, "All right, bro, I got you." And dude, I like it when I make myself hungry when I'm cooking something. It's just like, all right, this is some good shit.
Now we gotta try that.
And
They're
yeah,
very fire.
shout out to all the sponsors, man. We love y'all.
Yeah, as Lewis said, shout out to Cali Blunts. Shout out to Full Metal Burgers. Burgers so damn good. You don't need no fries, but if you do want some fries, check them out in Escondido, but
Oh.
also the location in Oceanside.
Speaking about fries, right now in Escondido, we do have the Poultry Guys turkey fries on special. So that's we marinate the turkey, we cook it,
Is it
shred it up. It's only in season. You can only get it for 1 month, so you have
So
1
pull
month
up.
to go get it. It's turkey, cheese gravy. So instead of having cheese sauce and gravy, I just mix the gravy and the cheese sauce together and made like a cheese gravy sauce.
Yeah.
And then a cranberry crema with some celery and some green onions on top. Dude, I've been making those today, bro.
Yeah, just stop, dude. You're making all of us hungry.
I do this.
Hey, but check them out. Limited time only at Full Metal Burgers Escondido. And don't forget, we'll be right back with the second half of this interview. Stick to the messages. This is the Kick It Podcast.
Check out them fries though.
Fill my kiss with North County. We're here. The living dead. Outside lands. Yeah. Two words, San Diego, we able to eat at the same table. Yesterday's fable is today's reality. Welcome to what I call the hip-hop academy of cool, calm calamity. Two words, hip-hop, no chain, wristwatch, no range, marijuana, cocaine, website domains, anonymous, no name, no face, just brain. Learn to play the fucking game. I'm saying two words, old side, lenses, gente, gon' live for the moment. Step out with the homies. It's a takeover, SD makeover, no layover. We already here. Two words, gun control, don't patrol no more. I defend my own and everybody I know. Streets stay hot, try me not. Raised in this game, so everybody move. Two words, drug use, El Chapo, old news. But the drugs are still used, malabuse, you lose. It's an epidemic, methamphetamines, grandmama's open it. Whole world smoking things. Two words, North County, Oceanside, I'm alive. Hip-hop till I die, write rhymes every night. Cypher's gon' bring the light, lightweight, Miller Lite. Yes, I'm down to fight, bout to soar like a kite.
And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California road through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California road through the stop sign and keeping eyes. Yeah, hello, good morning. The rain can barely afford to be get pissed when I wake up. It's so life is so fucking pointless. Feel with annoyance, usage appointed. Feel the rigor mortis, the shortage. Digital warnings, give a coordinates. The brain goes in the morning, flip your portion. Try to make a fortune, fuck her off. I'm trying to get my thoughts order, my life in order. Fuck the government supporter. Penny for your thoughts, I give you a quarter. The conduct of disordered all over. The kamikaze, rewind time. Talk to me wrong, get bombed 7 times like Machiavelli the Don. I read the Bible and the Quran and plenty of times I'm at war with myself. Bring a peace to my mental, we're working on my health. I hear the voices in my head. Will I live to tell? Who knows? Heaven to hell. Oh, everyone don't get burned trying to make the funds. In this life you only live once, it's cold, so go live in the rush. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California road through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to mine, come take a ride. Open the trunk, let the Alpines bump through the night. California road through the stop sign and keeping eyes. And I'm back for the first time. Fuck you, listen to the rhymes that could just ease your mind through the night and day. In a merciless maze of telepath that tragic can't resuscitate. Oh, late, just to say, contemplate the brain, contaminate, commentate, trying to contain whatever can be done. The thoughts just outrun everyone on the constant, just chalking designs. Fuck it, logical nonsense, stop it, the sonics reclining while driving, cruising late and I will paying homage, reading, gaining knowledge. If you coming at me with some bullshit, you can stop it. Just a diffusion process, open the blinds to teach you cautious. Just be cautious how the brain reacts, emotionally detached from everything. If you trying to stop me from getting cash, get the fuck up out my way. Yeah, let it ride out. Yeah, let it ride out. Let the alpines bump throughout the night. Come take a ride. Yeah, come take a ride. Come take a ride. Yeah, what? Let the alpines bump throughout the night. California run through the stop sign to keep it nice. Let the alpines bump throughout the night. California run through the stop sign to keep it nice. Yeah, what? Let the alpines bump throughout the night. Come take a ride.
And just like that, we're back with the second half of the interview with Sam from Coast News. And shout out to everybody on Instagram who's also tuning in. I mean, the timing is a little bit different on both sets, from the YouTube to the IG,
Yeah.
but wherever you're from, man, thank you for tuning in.
Yeah. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that stuff. And you're right, man. IG and YouTube are a little different, but I feel like IG gets a little bit more of like the behind the scene type of stuff, you know? Because like it's muted over here, you're hearing the music videos on YouTube, but it's going live on IG, and you're just here waiting, just,
Right.
You know, little small combos. Like if you guys have ever seen like news when like it's the end of the show and like they're just like zooming out, you can't hear the mics, but you can see they're obviously still doing shit. That's what it's like. You guys are getting the inside scoop on that. Sometimes it's nothing, and sometimes it's entertaining.
You get some really good bloopers sometimes. I've seen a few.
Sometimes
Sometimes.
you've seen a few.
There was one where it was like not my hometown, but like the next town over is like little radio, or no, their TV station, and there's I think a lot of they have a lot of newer, like brand new like broadcast like journalists joining, and you just sometimes see mistake just like really like goofy things. Like it can be pretty entertaining, but they're learning, so you know, give them some grace. So but there's been some funny moments. I have no specifics, I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. But for those tuning back in, we are here with Samantha Nelson from the Coast News. And I want to ask, because like I took like a semester or two of journalism in high school, which was pretty cool.
No
but
shit, did you really, bro?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know.
Yeah. Surprise, dog. I even got a story published on the high school paper. It was like the beef between like Chivas and America, and like, you know, like how like where it started and how that beef, like, you know, between soccer teams started.
You would do an article like that, Louis.
And then there was like another op-ed, which was like why hip hop isn't dead, it's just in a coma. Cause like I think at that time, like Nas like hip hop just
Nas had just dropped that album.
Yeah.
Must have been like, I don't know, 2005 or so.
Yeah, I don't, around that. No, like 2007, 8, because I was already like 2 years in high school.
Okay, dating it at the Nas album for sure.
Yeah. Somewhere around that time. Somewhere around that time. But I want to ask, like, how do you like, what stories do you know to follow? How do you get the stories in the first place? And what is that process like?
Well, it's definitely like it's not easy. And I think going back to what I said earlier, like just getting to know the area, like over the last 5 years, like I've really gotten a handle on how to find stories. Cause like in the beginning, you know, I don't know people. Like I gotta learn people. I gotta learn like, you know, what's going on and like different people and stuff. So it's just kind of like part of it is people reaching out to me and like giving me ideas. Other times it's just following people on social media, seeing like what's going on. I will go through, you know, just you get random press releases from like government entities and stuff, like if something's going on, and then you just have to really like, it can be sometimes very mundane, but like you have to pay attention to those council meetings, those planning commission meetings, those school board meetings. Like, you know, sometimes they're not exactly the most exciting things, but other times they are exciting, as you kind of saw last week. So it, you know, and that one wasn't even like, that was, you know, it wasn't the craziest.
Yeah, it seemed kind of tame.
Yeah. It was,
what is one of the craziest ones you've seen?
Oh, well, the North River Farms one, that was a big one for sure.
Yeah.
So going back to that was really, it was, I mean, people just did not want that. And I mean, you saw that with the vote too, like a few years ago, like people didn't want it, but so that was a big one. Trying to think of what else. There's been a few, I think like with certain housing developments, there's been some pretty controversial ones. I think the one at the Sea Gaze project was, I think, a pretty controversial one. And then just like, sometimes the council members will be like kind of going back and forth and it gets a little heated. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like it's
you're like, what's going on here?
Yeah, listen.
Sometimes you just have random people like going up and just like being kind of like angry. They're just angry, you know, about whatever. And they, you know, the council's right there. So they're going to vent at them. And I'll see that with the school board a lot too, you know, so it's, you know, but you kind of have to listen to those things too. Like listen to the public comments, because you get some good story ideas from there. Just kind of poking around on like I said, social media, listening to people, poking around, watching those council meetings. And eventually like, I kind of just learned I know where to look in a sense. So just checking certain websites, and it's a lot of like kind of just
research.
just
pretty much.
researching, and keeping an ear out for things, and also like kind of you do need to keep an eye out on other like news outlets, like if you're missing something, like which I hate that, like I want to be like on top of things, but at the same time it's there's so much going on.
Well, what is your take on like the current state of news outlets right now?
Well, so like it seems, I mean, it's hard because it's a changing environment, and it's like I feel like we're like reporters are becoming fewer and far between sometimes, so it's kind of scary. I think it seems in many ways uncertain, but like I don't know, I feel good about our paper. Like it's small, like we're not like a bigger organization like the UT or like Los Angeles Times, but I think honestly, like really focusing on that local news is really what like keeps us going too. So it's not like it's not coming to an end or anything, you know what I mean? It's just changing and it's downsizing. So, but I think there's always going to be a need for media. I think a lot of people like it's video and like audio and stuff like that's a little bit easier for people to digest, but it's complicated. I think that's my view. It's complicated and it's scary, but also like I'm not like I'm concerned but not scared, I should say, like we'll just see. I don't know.
Yeah, no, interesting times.
That's a big thing. I'm like, I think about it a lot, but I'm like, wow, I feel okay. Like I feel good, like I'm doing what I want to do. And I think I'm given the means to do it. So it's just, yeah, it's definitely like money is always kind of a concern, I think, for every entity. So, and that kind of goes across the board for everyone right now. So, I think just keep doing what we're doing and not worry about that too much, I think. So, and adapt as you will. So.
Oh, 100%. Because like you said, it like you need a media outlet for news, whether that be on print or maybe a little bit more social media, videos. Like everybody still needs that information. It doesn't just go away.
Yeah. You need a good, reliable source to go to, especially with nowadays with so much content coming in and out 24 hours of the day.
It's overwhelming.
So much misinformation out there as well.
Yeah, and like as a reporter, like I never want to be the misinformer. So I always want to, I'm not saying I'm perfect by any means, but if I make a mistake, I'm going to correct it as soon as I make sure that
do you ever feel like your own biases get in the way of something you're trying to report on things? Or are you able to keep it on check?
I feel it. I definitely feel like that pull sometimes, but I really do like try to take a step back and like, okay, just now consider this other perspective. Like, like with different comments and stuff like that, you're going to have two sides of one. And, like I'm going to like in my head probably think like one makes more sense to me than the other, depending on what it is. But, just making sure that you're sharing all of the voices, all the different perspectives as much as you can within, a decent amount of words too. Like not like, you don't want to go like too many words. Cause then it's like, people don't pay attention, but yeah. I think, just like, I just really try to like break that and like push back on that. Okay. So, but I feel it. I can feel it here and there. So, I try to keep like aware of that and just making sure I don't let myself steer myself in the wrong direction. So, but yeah.
Well, Sam, I got a question for you. Right now that you're kind of like dabbling with different hats, what is it that you enjoy the most? Do you like the photography, the writing, or do you like being the editor?
I like writing. That's my favorite. That's definitely my favorite. I do enjoy the others. I actually photography's really grown on me, and I really want to like get better at it because I like to go on like hikes and stuff sometimes, and so I love to like just take pictures of things. So, I think like how I could be better, even just like as a hobby, but also as a journalist, and like there's just so many different techniques to photography that I could still learn. So I'm really enjoying that. That's definitely like a rising interest for me. So I'd love to like do more like video. Sorry, I say like I'm saying like a lot.
No, you're fine.
You're fine.
How dare you talk on a
How
podcast?
dare-
How dare you.
No.
Yeah, let's just all be quiet
I'm
for
just
now.
hearing myself, and I'm just Anyway,
He's being a little self-conscious. You're fine. You're fine.
thanks. I appreciate it. No,
Yeah.
but so yeah, photography is a growing interest for me. Writing's still my favorite. Editing, I've always kind of liked editing too, just like tweaking things. But yeah, I think just but it's probably the third on the
Okay.
third most on that. It's the least one on that list. So yeah.
Hey, what has been one of like the most difficult stories for you to follow up with?
One challenging one recently was the whole vendor incident in Oceanside during
Oh.
the
Oh, man.
Muertos. So that one was pretty challenging, just because there was just a lot of pushback on difference on both sides of that kind of discussion. And
Mhm.
like I'm wanting to be fair to everyone, but it's like, people still are challenging how fair,
Right.
it's that one was very challenging, I think. So, but it needs to be talked about. So I just got to tell myself that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've gotten some pushback on that one just from like,
What
Just
kind
by
of
covering
pushback?
the story.
like just Kathy, who was the woman in the video,
Mhm.
who got in trouble. Some of her friends, I think it's supporters, just a few. I won't say they're all
Advocates?
bad. Yeah, I guess I think they just really support her work, and they didn't feel like I was fair to her. I felt like I was fair to her. I felt like I was more than fair to her, but that's okay that they're allowed to feel that. And then on the other side, like at the same time, there's the vendor and his voice, and so
Mhm.
or two different stories, kind of like to follow up with that too, because I felt like honestly, I felt like in the first story I didn't give him enough of a voice, but I wanted to I just want to balance it as much as I can. So that one was I just wanted to be fair, and that was like my biggest worry. And I knew people were gonna I was gonna have some challenge to it, but
Mhm.
yeah. So anyway, so it's scary sometimes because I don't want to if people get angry, they get angry, but I don't want to be
The reason
I
why
don't
like
want to be
shit pops
wrong,
off. Yeah.
I'm very hard on myself in that sense. I want to do it right first,
Right.
So
Present it in the most like non-biased way to say people don't. take
What's
it
your
wrong way.
zodiac
Right.
sign?
Capricorn.
Okay.
What'd you think?
Oh, I wasn't guessing
know?
or anything, but I was just like the way that you think. I was like, it sounds familiar.
Does it sound like a Capricorn, bro?
Do I sound
A little
like a
bit, yeah.
Capricorn?
Yeah, all right.
I am a double. So Sun and Moon Capricorn,
No,
and
I'm
then
lost now. I'm sorry.
okay.
y'all just like
Okay, so it's fun. I think it's fun to follow. I'm not I don't think I follow it to a T, but it's actually very interesting, and it's super accurate, sometimes scary accurate. So Sun is your main one. So what's your do you know what your
Leo.
Leo? So that's your main one.
Mhm.
That's kind of just you. Moon is your inner self. Rising, which is or ascendant is what I think other people kind of perceive you as.
Mm.
So those are just the three. There's a whole another whole list of different things you could be, and I don't know the rest of it very well, but I know those three things. So I'm so Sun and Moon, Capricorn, and Taurus rising. So very earthy, earthy girl, I guess.
Damn. Well, let's go ahead and take it back before the
Hey,
sign
you did
came
this.
through.
Before we
I
took
was
it to
just
the
trying to-
I
stars.
love it.
I see that you take your role in having the responsibility of putting out a good, reliable source out there. Because as you mentioned, it's tough, right?
It can be, yeah. It really is. You want to be fair to everyone for sure, and you want to get all the facts. So it's sometimes they're not all out there, super easy to grab. So
What do you think would be a good advice you would give to a person that will be interested in doing journalism?
Definitely, always strive to hear from both. And not every I think issue that you're going to write about is going to necessarily have two sides per se, but if it is something that there's two or multiple perspectives on or opinions on, try to get those and communicate those. I would say, and we kind of do this at the paper too, always kind of try to have two sources, and I always like to have a neutral ground too. So a lot of times like staff reports, or it's just like documentation sometimes, like just like researching, like make sure like if it's something that you're like there's like documents you can review, like if it's a city issue or something, you know, like review those, know the ins and outs of those, and like spend time just trying to understand the jargon, and which can be really difficult too, like all the technicals.
It make it hella difficult
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah, so but I just you know, take your time, like don't rush through something. Like yeah, you want to be like you want to get it out there, but you want to like you want to have quality reporting, you want to have quality journalism. So just if you need a little extra time on something, like take that time, because at the end you're going to have better facts, I think, in that situation. You're not going to have to like go back and fix stuff because you wrote it so quickly. So I think that's one thing, you know, that's been on my mind recently that I think would be good advice.
Okay. What can you say? It's like it is a story that you're following now that's interested you.
Well, I mentioned the cannabis one. I think I think that housing developments have been pretty interesting to follow, just seeing where we're like going. The one that's been interesting in Escondido is the budget deficit they have. So they have like they're like forecasting like an annual shortfall of around like I think $10 million the next few years, and eventually like by I think it's like by 2030, like if nothing is really fixed and like they don't get more revenue or whatever, I think they're gonna just like exhaust their reserves. So, and that's not good. You don't want that. You want to do that in the city, and that's like led them to make some like difficult like choices and discussions. There has been talk in the past of like not paying for I think they do some sort of subsidizing of like the California Center for the Arts, and there's just been some talk about not doing that. They like pay like the bills and stuff on the building and things like that. There's also the pool. They were going to make a new aquatic center there, and they put that on pause recently because they don't have the means to pay for it, and they don't have like enough funding to really identify. Like you can get grants and stuff through that, but it's not they have a little bit racked up, but not nearly enough that they need. So unfortunately they had to pause that for now, but they're going to use some of the money that they had put aside for that for like a splash pad, and I think maybe Grove Park. I don't remember actually where it is, but they're going to put up splash pads possibly somewhere, and just other things that the city kind of needs right now. So, but yeah, it's kind of been interesting to follow that, because also that's opening the door potentially for like talks about cannabis there, because Escondido does not regulate cannabis at all. So, you know, I know they put out a survey recently where they're going to ask people like what they think of that. Last year they had a sales tax initiative, kind of like Measure X here in Oceanside, but it failed. So, and it was Measure X is a half cent, and it pays for like the public safety and things like that. It's done based on what I've followed. It's done really awesome stuff for Oceanside. But Escondido's failed last year. So I don't know if they're going to bring that back or like maybe try cannabis, but they're going to kind of just weigh their options and see, I think, right now. So it's been interesting to follow that, I think.
And what do you think is the cause of that? You think it's like mismanagement from local government, or
I don't know,
other things?
It doesn't seem to be mismanagement, but you know, it could be. I'd have to look more into that. But at this point, no, I don't think that's what it is. I think it's like more so just after a lot of it has to do with inflation. I know they've mentioned it's like their pension liability fund and things. I think things are just so expensive right now, and they don't have a lot of additional revenue coming in.
Gotcha.
So you need to have that revenue coming in to really balance out. It's expensive to run a city, you know.
Oh yeah, 100%, especially in Southern California.
Yeah, for everyone.
Well, I mean, do you ever take time off? Because I feel like you're just like in story after story. I mean, do you have any time to like hang out in the city and just do you?
I don't, and I should. I've had a lot of stories recently, and I've been like It's been crazy the last few weeks. But I think hopefully it'll slow it down a little bit towards the holidays, and so I'll have more time to. But yeah, I have kind of just been going nonstop, plus with my other job too. So, which, BJ's. Shout out to BJ's and those Pazookies in Escondido. So, but I bartend and I serve there. So I work a lot. Yeah, it's a time.
So when you do have a little bit of time, so what are some of the things you like to get into?
Oh, so I like hiking a lot.
Okay.
I could spend hours at Daily Ranch, and I haven't been hiking as much as I used to. So, and it has to do with how busy I've been. So I'm like, that's definitely like when I get more time, I want to do that. I just like want to go to the beach more. I feel like I never go to the beach. Like I drive by it sometimes, and I'm like,
just take a quick cruise to the strand. Yeah.
What's one of your favorite beaches out here in the county?
I really like Moonlight Beach, and
that's a good beach.
It's a good beach, but there's like, I don't know. I kind of like the Harbor Beach too. I don't know. It's kind of sandy. I really like the pier area in general. It's just really like active and stuff. So I remember when Buccaneer had sand, and it was really nice. So that one was like really cool. I actually really like Buccaneer Beach. It's kind of sad that it is the sand problem, which is like a whole nother discussion in Oceanside. So yeah, I would say probably if I have to go with one though, Moonlight for sure. So yeah, sorry, Oceanside.
No, Moonlight's great.
Moonlight's fun. It's cool. Yeah. It has a lot of sand, so I think that's why.
Yeah, I kind of like that. It's like kind of like in a couple of cliffs, near it, and then you got like the volleyball courts. Like it's pretty
fun.
sick.
It's very California. Obviously everything is, but when I go there, when I go to the pier too, I'm just like, I'm in California.
I've never even thought about it like that, honestly.
From someone outside who's like always just seeing California from like that like TV movie kind of. It's like, wow, this is like actually a place. I feel like I'm in Rocket Power. It's great. So.
No, but you're local now. You're 5+ years into hanging out in SoCal.
I've established some roots, for sure. So I love it here. So yeah, need to explore more. So tell me where to go next in the county.
Oh, in the county. What do you guys suggest?
What would I suggest? I mean, the beach is already covered. I mean, I would honestly go more in the valley, like in the spots right in the cut. I mean, you got the airport lot right there in the skate park. You know which
Prince
one
Park?
I'm talking about.
Yeah, I think they're also trying to build a warehouse off of Bennett Road in the 76.
Oh, the one that people have been talking about recently. Yeah.
Yeah, there's gonna be because. I mean, I think there really isn't much else they could do to downtown, so I think they're gonna start going more towards like mid and deep valley to see what they could do there here in Oceanside. So maybe that.
So what is the mid and deep valley? Because I'm trying to I'm a little fuzz. I kind of get the idea of where it is, but
all right.
Clarify,
do you want to take this one?
I'll try.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Bruce over here judge me.
No, I have faith in you. Just I will consult.
All right. I have my consultant over here, so he'll let me know. He'll just look at me like. So you pretty much have everything that's coast. I kind of put it as on Mission and Mesa. As anything before that towards the beach is, I consider that like coast, because then you go downhill and that gets you into the valley. And even from there to I don't know, man. We just say like North River, maybe would be considered like mid.
North River Road. That would be the deep.
That would be
you're already
deep
in there.
Yeah.
You're basically already
so
like halfway
Fusat,
deep in there,
pretty much.
Yeah.
So like from Mesa down the hill to like Fusat area would be considered kind of like the mid, and then anything past that would be the deep, right?
I don't know. Mesa would be kind of in the deep, I think.
It would be.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, it would be in the deep.
But I mean, I'm talking about like the beginning of Mesa, like on Mission Avenue before you go down the hill.
Let's see. Wait, you mean the one by the Z Market?
Yeah, because for me,
no, before the Z Market on that hill, you go up that hill. That's the start. That's the start of Mesa.
All right, yeah.
And then you're talking about the other end of Mesa
right there.
Yeah,
and then the end of Mesa right there. Okay. All right, so that one, that's the entrance to.
Yeah, you go down the hill.
Yep, that's the entrance to the mid right there. And then what would you say would be the cutoff line?
Like what, Fusat, maybe? Because if you take all of Food Side, it takes you to North River.
can we go with Douglas?
Douglas, that's the one I was talking about.
You're
Not
talking
Food
about
Side.
Yeah, you threw me off. Of
I was
Food Side.
thinking,
it was too
dude,
close. Dog. That's what threw me
I was thinking
off.
about home, bro. My bad.
It's all good. Dog.
Yeah, I think Douglas,
Douglas,
is definitely,
yes,
definitely
Douglas,
the
So I
that's
cutoff
got
what it
to
was.
consult on this side
Okay.
real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
Okay.
You see, I'm getting pressured también.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like from the airport to like about the mission, that's like the mid. And
Okay,
then
yeah.
from the mission and beyond, that's the deep.
Okay.
I agree with these terms. These terms are
mission,
acceptable.
Mission area, or you
San
say
Luis
the
Rey.
mission?
Yeah,
Yeah.
San Luis
Just that
Rey.
area.
Yeah. But you call that area like the mission?
We call that
Just
like,
in
you know, that whole area is kind of like Mid Valley.
Okay, mid.
And then
okay.
anything past that.
Well, I just call it mission, just because
The mission.
Well,
Mission,
yeah,
San
it's
Luis
the
Rey.
mission. No, yeah. I
I like
you
it when
meant,
the goats
But
come out.
referring to like the Mid Valley, Deep Valley situation. Like, it's not
You know,
get too
it's
technical.
just,
bro.
we just talking about a line, dog.
so there's okay, yeah, because like I like I know like there's different kind of communities, and I kind of
Mhm.
like to refer to like the areas as like their communities, so I know Fire Mountain, which like what from Oceanside Boulevard or a little bit past. What
It's
do you
just the
think
whole
that's?
entire mountain.
Yeah,
It's
It's
just-
awesome.
Yeah,
It's
come
beautiful
down-
there.
You come
Okay,
down from
okay.
it, Oceanside Boulevard.
Like, yeah. I mean, well, this is Fire Mountain, right?
Yeah,
we're
we're
in Fire
we're
Mountain
I was
technically
right
gonna say,
kinda
I
near
thought that's
Fire Mountain.
And then where's the South Oak cutoff? I always liked. I feel like people have different perspectives.
Well,
on the
as
South
soon as
Oak.
he gets to Carlsbad, you can't do anything else about it.
But where does the South Oak
Oh, like
start?
north.
Where's it start? Yeah.
I would say
Like
it's-
Oceanside Boulevard?
I would say I would start
Or
over
this
here
way.
actually in Fire Mountain. The Fire Mountain would actually be an entrance to it. Because if you take the back road actually through Fire Mountain here,
Uh-huh.
you'll be landing yourself in Primos.
Yeah.
True.
But then
Yeah.
right before they have Oceanside Boulevard.
I mean, you got the bridge. You could use the bridge as a fucking example.
What about the dip? Like the dip.
Yeah,
I've seen
right
some
after
people use
Oceanside
that.
Boulevard.
I think
Yeah,
Oceanside
that's true.
Boulevard sounds about right,
Yeah.
dude.
I think
Oceanside
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 Boulevard,
Boulevard all the way to like past Cassidy and Vista Way.
and a little bit of Fire Mountain, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's the Tri-City, not Tri-Valley, Tri-City.
Oh, Tri-City is like a whole different thing too.
That's around around
yeah,
the hospital.
well, near
right?
the hospital,
Yeah.
Tri-City,
Yeah.
yeah.
A couple
Okay.
like mile.
But
or
it's
two
also
down that way.
because you got Carlsbad, Oceanside,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Vista.
True. So you
Mhm.
get like the little blend of all the cities.
Yeah, like
there.
Emerald Drive, Emerald Road or Drive,
Mhm.
whatever it is. That's
Yeah.
kind of like Tri-City area.
Yeah, or like the business park district. You got like San Marcos, Carlsbad,
Mm.
and Vista.
Yeah.
Now that
Mhm.
shit gets real complicated there.
does.
Where we were.
It's like more like in the business park drive
Oh,
area,
okay.
like Vista and San Marcos. I mean, you literally
Yeah,
make
like-
a turn and you can land yourself in either one of those cities.
Yeah, you get off a Sycamore and then just like go deep in. And then
Yeah.
Just like
you
the
go
cities blend around like
Mhm.
their
certain areas.
lines. So I always thought it was I thought it was always like kind of strange like that like what is it? Is it Mission Vista High School is like in Vista School District, but it's in Oceanside. Is that what it's called? Mission Vista?
Oh,
High
is
School
that the
Map?
one near the Home Depot right before you get to Bonzel?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's out that way.
Okay.
It's out that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So but it's like in Oceanside,
Mm.
but it's not in
Yeah,
the Oceanside School
it's
District.
technically Oceanside.
So I always like that's just
The one that's in that corner,
Trip me
right?
up.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I mean, it is near Vista because I mean, you keep on going, east, you hit Gopher Canyon,
Yeah.
and that's
Right.
kind of like near Vista.
Yeah.
kind of makes sense.
yeah. I just always wondered about that. So
Yeah, it's weird.
are there other like communities that I'm thinking of? I know there's like Libby Lake, I think. Is that kind of its own community too?
Well,
Libby
that's
Lake
part
is
of
just-
Deep Valley, right?
Yeah.
Or is
Yeah,
that-
that's part
that's
of
Deep
Deep
Valley?
Valley.
Mhm.
Okay, cool. And then of course there's downtown, which downtown's downtown.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I think that's it, right? Am I missing any? I would just like to know like the different communities.
No, that's why we just
No,
keep it
that's
simple.
about it.
Okay.
South
Keep it
O,
simple. You know what?
downtown. mid and
Basically,
deep.
basically, it's all geographical
Mhm.
in this
Yeah.
in this bitch. And you prefer geography, right?
I was gonna say I love like maps and stuff. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm kind of I'm sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's because I looked into something, and that's what stood out when I was like doing a little bit of research on you. I was
Oh,
like,
okay.
okay, geography, huh? How the fuck
Yeah,
is this popping up?
I
I guess this is where it led to.
nature.
Let's
and
map
things
this
like
out
that
real
too.
quick.
Yeah, I love. Okay, but maps are so helpful.
Right?
Oh, do they
I'm
are.
not gonna lie. I
So
was thinking
helpful.
we should definitely trademark a Oceanside map and just kind of put
Oh yeah,
everything into perspective.
You could do a funny one too, like
Merchandise coming up.
yes.
Hell yeah, man! It's been a great episode so far. Do we have any comments?
Now we chilling, man. We
We
got
chilling.
people
Yeah.
watching. Everybody's decided to just watch for this.
Yeah,
one.
then
We
thank
just
you.
vibing today, huh?
Yeah, everybody has been tuning in through the Instagram, through the YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast. Twitch, wherever you guys are tuning in, man. Thank you for making it this far into the episode.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I
Do you
appreciate it.
do you want to touch on any last topics? Anything that grinds your gears that you want to get out there? You know, I know.
Grinds my gears.
anything that you might not be able to say on the news that you can say on a
No,
free.
No, I always, since I live in Escondido, like I always like to say, how often do you, I kind of wonder, how often do you venture out into Escondido? I know Full Metal Burgers, of course.
Yeah, no, I'm there like
you're there every day.
Yeah.
But like, do you do events out there or anything like that?
Not yet. We are looking into doing some more stuff out
I
there.
would love that. So
You know, it might bring the city.
Escondido love.
Coming soon.
It might bring the city of Vesco some much needed,
Yeah.
profit.
Oh, we love Escondido, dude. Like it's
It's a big city.
like you cruise through ground, like it's so badass, dude. So much history there.
And it's not.
No, it's.
And it used to be way worse back in the day.
I've heard
So it's just
stories.
like
100.
going through there and not having to like really worry. It's a whole different thing.
Well,
Which is always cool.
Yeah.
That was anywhere and everywhere. You
Well,
know?
I mean, it's-
in
Yeah.
California.
You're in North
Touche.
Carolina. It can still pop off anywhere. Let's be honest.
You're
Oh.
right. You're right.
Things are happening, but yeah,
Sometimes the bouncers make it pop off. You never know.
I've seen that.
Wink, wink.
No,
Allegedly,
Allegedly. Gotta throw that. Then you're
Oh.
safe. No, but yeah, I mean, Escondido, I've heard a lot of stories. It's so different, from back in the day. Like my boyfriend grew up there, so he tells me all the crazy stuff. And then Oceanside, I've even heard has changed. Like besides, like, I know there's definitely like sort of the gentrification aspect too, but like it's not. I don't know. I've heard some stories too about Oceanside in the past. So, but
That's a great time right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like
it's a good time.
I feel like the community vibe is very heavy around this time, bro. Honestly, than how's it been in the past?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
better. you
Just in
think,
North
or
County in general. And then we
Yeah.
talked about this before on the podcast too. It was just people seem to be coming together a little bit more,
mellowed out.
a little
right?
mellowed
Let's
out.
chill.
Maybe because weed is starting to get legalized. I don't know. You know?
That's helped. Exactly.
Definitely has
We'll
helped.
find out. Yeah, we'll find out here in
Everyone chills.
Oceanside.
One store at a
I
time.
feel like sometimes they need that. I want, like, if I have someone representing me in politics, like I want them to be able to chill, like they're high as fuck, but be ready to get down. Like they violent.
They got to do it. They'll do what they got to do.
they got to be balanced.
Definitely.
Like
Yeah.
no matter what, stand on business.
Yeah.
Work hard, play hard. So
Yeah.
that's always a great representation. Oh yeah, I love it. No, I was gonna say, I mean, like those are all like those most relatable people. I feel like,
Yeah. Like I want to see a city councilman go off every now and then. I was like, he
Right.
cares about this shit,
Yeah, like in a good way. Like, I mean, don't be a dick about it.
Yeah. Unless you have to, 'cause sometimes you do gotta kind of be an asshole a dick, to get shit across. But professionally, of course,
very strongly worded email.
Yeah.
con todo
To whom
respeto.
it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
As per my last email.
Like, you didn't listen before. Will you listen to me now, please? That's me every day. So
I'm just gonna forward the same message.
Yeah.
Don't even like give it another sentence or
As per my last email, and just paste the same exact email on there,
yeah.
date stamps and everything.
DML says forward right there.
in case you missed this,
Oh man, everybody take notes. That's how you get to people.
Oh man. Honestly, it's been a great episode.
It has, man.
It really
it's been
has.
so fun, guys.
Yeah, don't forget, this was the Kick It Podcast interview with Samantha Nelson from Coast News.
That's me.
Hey, thank you for that. Nobody ever says anything after I do like
I sure hope
It
it's
felt
Thank
right.
you.
It felt right.
Thank
You
you.
should do that.
beautiful.
No, but really, guys, thank you so much for this. It's been
Yeah.
super fun. Like I said earlier, I was super nervous, and but it's like it's been so good. So I would love to, come back and write a story about you guys. Honestly,
Hey,
so I
that'd
would
be
love
dope.
that. So I'll keep in touch. Well, I will follow up after this but not through emails. So just
Yeah.
through
Instagram,
No, no.
Don't write to us all
As
professional.
per my last
Yeah,
email,
yeah.
when you guys want to do the story,
Just be like, hey fuckers, you guys didn't reply back.
Allegedly.
All right, bet. I
Allegedly.
will. Allegedly. Yes.
Tell Louis to bring the burger too.
Yes, actually. And I'll bring TJ tacos.
I'm trying to
when
get
I
them
there.
fries, dude.
Oh yeah, the fries though.
Dude,
Limited
that's
time only.
good.
How long are they going on for?
Till the end of November.
Okay.
So you guys have a month, less than a month now, to go and get those fries. Poultrygeist fries.
Poultry guys.
Hey.
I love like the goth vibe in there.
Oh,
It's
for
so
sure, yeah.
cool. It's so great. Actually, I have a Black Plague sweater on right now.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
Represent.
Shout out Black Plague. And of course, shout out Full Metal
And
Burgers.
Full Metal Burgers, yes.
Check them out in Escondido for them limited time fries.
Super good.
Bro, I'm just.
Have a beer.
I
and
want
some
those
burgers.
fries, yo.
All
Maybe
right.
next time you're going to work there.
Tomorrow.
There you go.
I'll be there tomorrow. I'm not gonna lie, today I did all that except for the fries. I put it in a hot dog bun. It was pretty bomb.
Okay.
Oh damn! All right then.
Yeah.
Made like what? Like a junkyard dog style.
No, I didn't put the actual hot dog on there, but I'm probably
Oh.
gonna try that.
Okay.
It was just fries. in the hot dog
Oh, okay, yeah. Actually, damn. Can we just start it Monday? No,
They going on a
so-
diet or something?
something like that. So Lens had sent me some stuff on IG. He's all like, "Oh, let's do like a 7-day water fast."
That water challenge.
Yeah, and I was like, "Bro, you're not down." He's like, "I'm kind of competitive." And I was like, "All right, bro, but that includes alcohol." I was like, "Let's start it." And it was like, "Oh, now." So we're starting a 7-day water fast.
When is that gonna start?
Man,
Tomorrow,
sounds intense.
Lens.
He said after Thanksgiving.
After Thanksgiving will be a good time. I mean, Thanksgiving is coming up.
I don't know.
Oh.
That's what I was thinking,
You're
but
cutting it
you-
close.
you're,
you know,
you're
right now
not
it's already Wednesday.
you're not taking into account that right after Thanksgiving you start getting all the Christmas food.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
definitely have your vitamins, dude, because it sounds like a lot of water.
So is a water? What's a water? A water fast?
I don't fucking know. We just thought about it earlier, so it's just
Just drinking water?
just
Yep,
liquids, I guess.
Just drinking water and liquids.
Liquids.
And not gonna eat solid food.
Coffee, okay. Tea, okay.
Okay, a little bit of caffeine.
What about cold pressed juices? All right, cool.
All right,
so there you go.
It's a liquid diet.
Pretty
Damn,
much liquid diet
All
for
right.
7 days.
tough.
When are we starting?
You know.
After
so-
Thanksgiving.
God, why do we announce it today? I thought we were starting tomorrow.
All
will
right.
tell
Well,
you
it's because
that.
you got the news right here.
Oh yeah. Huh?
Yep.
All right, so it starts tomorrow then. We're starting that shit tomorrow. I can't have any of those fucking fries until next week. yo.
How do you feel
Damn
about
it.
that diet?
It's only 7 days. It'll go
It's
by
only
fast.
7 days, yo. It's only 7 days.
Well, yeah.
Delayed gratification.
We'll see, man. Because I mean, if you could go with,
It's gonna be
if,
tough,
if you could do 4 days,
It is.
in
I'm
the
at
last 3 days, you're gonna feel.
I'm at a
almost eternal.
disadvantage here because I'm around food every fucking day. You know, like
Oh, no, for
making
sure.
it.
It's gonna smell more greater to you than it would have been this past week or so.
I
man.
wonder-
But
I wonder if
that
it'll be
third
like-
day is gonna be like
I wonder if it'll be like when you stop drinking and like you start drinking again, and it kind of fucked me up now. Like the
Yeah.
beer, I can't really drink
Your
beer.
tolerance is
Yeah.
like,
No, not necessarily
not
the
at all,
tolerance,
dude.
but like I can't really drink brews like I used to.
oh, okay.
Now like they kind of fuck me up a little bit, make my stomach.
you can't pound them like you used to.
Nah.
Know what I'm saying? Damn, I feel you, man. That's why I'm even scared of going back to drinking if I ever do go back
Don't do
drinking.
it, man.
Nah, but with food, it's different, dude. Because it's like a solid, you know, like
Yeah.
to digest it and all that. You'll probably have to like eat a soup or something. Like if once you're done with your
Just
fasting.
if I have the soup, it's only the stock, bro, because I can't have like solid vegetables and shit. But I don't know, man. 7 days, so I'm it's gonna be fun.
Good luck to you. You'll probably feel great after though.
Fuck, probably.
I hope so.
Like, it better be goddamn worth it. Yeah, but hey, big shout out to old Silence. He held down the production for this whole entire episode. Hey, bro, thank you. And don't forget, he does have a show tomorrow down at the Music Box with Mr. Michael Gabriel. Shout out to the fam.
I'm gonna be there.
It's gonna be epic, man. Got Rakim as the headliner down at the Music Box. So anybody out there, pull up tomorrow at Little Italy.
Yeah, G
It's gonna
Blazing,
go down.
Michael Gabriel, Osada Lens will be spinning, so the whole crew's gonna be there, man. Check it out. North County's definitely in the house tomorrow at the Music Box.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And thank you again Samantha Nelson for tapping in with us, kicking in with us in this episode. It was
Thank
great.
you for having me. It's been fun. I appreciate you guys. So,
Hey.
Appreciate you.
super cool. So yeah.
Hell yeah. And thank you to all the viewers and listeners that do tap in and kick it with us week in, week out. It's always a gang of fun. Until then, we catch you around next time. And where can they follow you at, actually?
You can follow me on Instagram. It's at Sammy's. It's Sammyson. So it's SAMM1SON. As there, if it's down there, yes, right there. You can follow me there. I'm also on. I guess it's called X now, but Twitter it's the same handle. And then go to thecoastnews.com to read my stuff. So yeah, I'm there. I'm there. So
Yeah, thanks again, Sam, for stopping by.
Thank
It was
you.
beautiful.
Thank you. Oh, I appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Until next time around, yo, thank you for sipping up with us. Thank you for toking up with us. Thank you for kicking it.
Peace.